surgery.
Of immediate concern right now back on the north side of Milwaukee is the continuing search for the suspect, who's armed with a semi-automatic, and our Jermont Terry has been tracing the search for that suspect and joins us from a neighborhood nearby, about 55th and Good Hope. Jermont?
Yeah, Vince, still a very active scene. I'm just going to pan our camera to your right and show that there is the law enforcement chopper searching actively, hovering very low over these homes, apartments in this area on 55th between Good Hope and Green Tree Road. Neighbors in this particular unit were told that they cannot leave because 55th Street, as we mentioned before, is a hot spot. That's where they believe this individual potentially is hiding out, either in a home, someone's garage, and or the wooded areas. Officers and law enforcement officials are searching all of those areas. Anyone in this unit, they have been ordered before they can even try to get out. Officers are telling them to pop their trunk. They're searching the back seats. They want to make sure that they do not have this individual either knowingly or unknowingly inside their vehicles. It was early this morning when officers knocked on doors in this particular unit. They told neighbors, we have a situation and we need you to stay indoors. Take a listen to Kyle Gordon as he explains to me what officers told him this morning.
There was a loud knock on the door, and there was an officer with a gun asking if everything was okay and everything else. And then I was looking out the window because there was all kinds of dogs barking in the field right now. Actually, there's another woods that's right behind my complex, which mine faces over.
Right.
And they had dogs and officers with their guns drawn, running through the fields. And actually, they're still behind it. I don't know if they're still behind the tree line right now, but before I came out here, they were still behind the tree line where I couldn't get any pictures or anything.
Right.
So,
and let's be clear, this morning, when originally officers knocked on your door, the order was to stay inside. Right?
Yes, to stay inside and stay safe. And one guy said, if there's anybody in your house, nod yes or something, you know, make a gesture. And I said, no, there's no one in here. So,
okay. And here we are, a few hours later, you're able to come outside, but now you can't leave because 55th Street is completely shut down.
Yeah, he just said it's a hot zone, and the cops made sure it was a hot zone, that we're aware of it, so we're out here on our own risk right now. So.
Right. The good news about your community here is that this is completely gated all the way around, so there may not be a concern that the individual got inside the apartment complex. But hearing that, you know, seeing this activity, explain to me what you saw. How many officers right behind your apartment complex this morning when you looked out?
Yeah, it was about a dozen officers out there.
And were they
in the field in their SWAT gear and with dogs barking like crazy, and they started running when their guns are pointed towards the ground. And I've never seen anything like this. I've lived here, like I said, since '97 when they built it, and this is like a real quiet area over here. There's no riffraff or any trouble here at all.
It is not quiet today, as Air One is still hovering very low over this apartment complex that includes the Lincolnshire condominium and also the Presidio. That could be an indication that they may have a hit. And we have to also keep in mind that they're right behind Presidio apartment complex, which would be on 55th heading towards 43rd Street. There is a train overpass, and in that area there's a grassy knoll. So we have to also take into consideration that officers would be searching that area between Good Hope and Green Tree Road along the railroad tracks where the suspect could be potentially hiding out. As we mentioned, in this neighborhood, officers are still in here. This is a large complex. They are going door to door with canines. We still have seen detectives knocking on doors, and as we just showed you a few minutes ago, we know that the SWAT team, those in SWAT gear, are right on the other side, the additional apartment complex. They have been going door to door, knocking on doors with rifles in hand, making sure that neighbors are in fact safe and that this individual is not hiding out in anyone's house. This breaking news situation obviously has a lot of people thinking about their own safety. The good news, we know that no one else has been injured besides that officer, and police are saying if this individual can fire a shot at an officer and gunfire was exchanged, imagine what he can do to someone else. So that's why they're asking people to give them patience as they try to track down this individual who is most definitely dangerous and armed, and they want this to end peacefully, and we'll most definitely stay on top of this breaking news story right here on TMJ4. Back to you.